pain and leader, Toastmaster Dheeraj, pain and leader. Pain and pleasure, Toastmaster Dheeraj, pain and pleasure.
Chocolate truffle, chocolatey delicious, just after a sumptuous biryani. Or tinda with half-burnt chapati, that too cooked by Toastmaster Anushka. What will you choose if you have to choose between the two? What will you choose?
Truffle.
Truffle. Pain and pleasures are just like these two choices that we have in life. Everybody wants pleasure. Nobody wants the pain. But it all depends on how you define pain and pleasure. It might seem very simple that chocolate truffle and biryani are sheer pleasure. Oh my gosh. Yum. But don't take a feel. But if you miss on tinda and half-burnt chapati, is it the pain that you're missing? Or is it something else? We'll come to that at the end. But if God gives you a chance to choose one thing for your life, pain or pleasure, He gives you this wish that you can ask for only one thing, pain or pleasure. What would you wish? Pleasure. Always. You would want to live each and every moment of your life with happiness and pleasure. You would never want to experience pain. Are you sure about that? Never in your life would you want to see the dreaded tinda or your 40% marks in class 12? Never? Sometimes. Why would you want to see it sometimes?
Because to know what is good, you should know what is bad.
Oh my God. That is deep. Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Anushka. That brings us to the first point. To know what is good, you must have seen what is bad. If you've never experienced hostel food, you can never appreciate the food cooked at your home. You will always complain of whatever your mom cooks. You will always find faults in it. That's till you have food in a hostel in a tier 3 private engineering college. After that, you will always appreciate your mom's cooking, no matter how bad and what dish she cooks. That's pain and pleasure. What's pain for you is pleasure for somebody else. And what's pleasure for you is pain for somebody else. Pain and pleasure are not black and white. They are grey. They depend on your life's experiences and on what you want from life. It might seem very simple that if I want to become rich, my life would be so sorted. If I have a lot of money, I'll be so happy. If I have all the wealth in the world, all the power at my disposal, I'll be so happy. My life will be full of pleasure. But have you ever asked a rich person what problems he has? He gets maybe 10 threat calls a day. People trying to kill him, people asking for money, for extortions. He might be worried all his day if his business will do better next year, or if there is somebody who is looking to kidnap his daughter the next morning because there were 10 threat calls. With every pleasure, there comes some pain. And with every pain, there comes pleasure. So there was this Stanford experiment called the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment done at the Stanford University. The experiment was pretty simple. The scientists gave marshmallows to two sets of students. One set could have it there and then. One option was that the students could have it there and then, and the other option was if the students could delay the marshmallow by 15 minutes, they would not get one, but they would get 2 marshmallows. What the scientists found out was the students who ate the marshmallow instantly, or who had that, you would say, inclination towards instant gratification, did far worse in life than those who delayed the gratification of marshmallows by 15 minutes. People who have the ability to not get attached and not get attracted by the pleasures of life, people who have the strength and tenacity to tolerate the pain that requires to achieve and appreciate pleasure, are the people who become successful and happy in life. Pain and pleasure are just 2 coins, 2 sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other. You cannot enjoy pleasure until and unless you had pain. I'll tell you about myself. Since morning today, I did not check my phone. I checked my phone while coming to CCT in the metro today. And it was a hell lot of a painful experience for me. Not checking my phone since morning, I did not check it even after waking up. So the moment I turned on my phone, it was sheer pleasure. After almost 14-15 hours of pain of not checking the phone, I had the pleasure of checking it finally. But every other day, I have this pleasure 4 hours a day. So what exactly is pleasure and what exactly is pain in this situation? For the pleasure of 4 hours of using my mobile every day, what I'm actually doing is causing deep, ingrained, long-lasting pain in my life. That will happen not today, not tomorrow, but after years. When I'll realize how much time I have wasted using mobile. 4 hours every day. And the pain that I endured today of not checking the mobile will get me some pleasure when I check it at the moment I open it, but will also get me pleasure 20 years from now when I sit back and think what is pain and what is pleasure. Over to the Toastmaster.